Recently, I've explored a couple of Imagic's most well-known games for the Atari VCS, Atlantis and Cosmic Ark. But in this video, I'll be taking a look at a much lesser-known Imagic title that I believe deserves some attention. It's the Greek mythology-inspired No Escape. That's right after this.
If you're a Gen X grown-up, this YouTube channel is just the beginning. Go beyond gaming with a casual and humorous take on movies, music, TV, tech, pop culture, and more. Hear the weekly Gen X Grown Up podcast anywhere you like to listen, or visit genxgrownup.com/pod.
Hey there, welcome back to Gen X Grown Up. I'm John, and I am a Gen X Grown Up. Thank you for taking the time to check out this video. If you told me you've never seen or played No Escape from Imagic, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. You see, I'd never played it myself until some months ago when I produced my Imagic Atari 2600 ranking tier and was pleasantly surprised to discover it's more than its first impression might suggest. Programmed by Michael Green and released in April 1983, No Escape is what you get if you toss Breakout, Space Invaders, Demon Attack, and a generous scoop of Greek mythology into a blender and hit the puree button. Let's take a look.
Here is 1983's No Escape from Imagic. It's No Escape exclamation point. I guess that's important. So the Greek mythology part is you play as Jason of Jason and the Argonauts, and you have stolen the Golden Fleece, as Jason does, and the gods of Olympus are upset at you because you've done that, and so they have sicked all of these Furies on you, all these monsters who are after you, and they've trapped you in the temple of Aphrodite. However, Aphrodite wants to help you out, so she has put rocks on the ground and given you the ability to throw them all the way to the ceiling and dislodge these sacred bricks apparently, on the roof of her temple, that those can drop and destroy the Furies. Now, a few things to know. Let's start with on the console, the game options. The manual says the color black and white switch will pause. My copy doesn't pause. I don't know if that's inaccurate or they changed it or whatever, but they say it pauses, it doesn't. However, there are game options, and it's really just difficulty. So game options 1, 3, 5, and 7 are more progressively more difficult, and then 2, 4, 6, 8 are the two-player variants of that. You just take turns playing. Okay, so I'm going to start the game because when you start it, the first level goes as slow as you want it to. There's no rush, there's no timer, and we can really focus on what you can do in the game. So at any time you can fire. You're picking up rocks, you don't have to do anything to pick them up, and you throw the rock at the roof, and the rock falls. So if the rock hits you, you die. So in fact, if I'm under it and it hits me, I get hit, and it impacts me. Your rock will also destroy a falling brick, so you can destroy it there. So here's the deal. What you have to do is the way you kill the Furies is you have to drop one of those sacred bricks on them. There we go. I got one. And it gets much harder, by the way, if you're like, this is old and boring. If you hit one of the Furies with one of the rocks, though, they duplicate, they clone, they make more of themselves. Now you could say that's more points for me to get, but not that many points to be had in the Furies, so you drop that. Additionally, if you look, there's a underneath your lifeline is underneath your score. So you don't have lives per se, you have this life bar. Effectively, you start with 4 lives. So if I reset, you can see it's about half full, 4 lives, and 8 lives is the max that you can have. And as you play, if you finish a level, we'll talk about difficulty switches in a second. Theoretically, if you finish a level, you'll get an extra man. Plus, there's this extra thing of kind of putting English on the rock you throw. So if I'm running and throw the rock, look at how it kind of bends. And the longer you've been running, the farther that bend. So it kind of curves. But if I'm standing still, it just throws straight up. So you can kind of gauge how far you're going to throw it. And if you let go of the stick, it'll stop curving and go straight up. So it's hard to explain, but essentially, look, I'm running, I throw, let go, and it'll go straight up. So you have the ability to kind of put some curve on the rock that you're throwing. So hitting the Furies with a rock, bad. Hitting the Furies with a brick, good. You get hit by anything, and you're dead. And in subsequent levels, after level 1, the Furies also throw rocks at you, so you can get hit by that. So lots of ways to get hurt. Now, with the difficulty switches, the A and B, so the B, the basic difficulty, I mentioned you get an extra life, or that duration, that length on that life bar every time you finish a level. However, on the advanced difficulty, you only get an extra life if you finish the level and you didn't get hit. So that's what I needed the most if I got hit, right? So, but you basically have to be doing perfectly and not get hit to earn lives, but then I don't need lives, so I never play on that higher difficulty. And finally, scoring is pretty simple. Every time you kill it, well, most of it's pretty simple. Every time you kill a Fury, 2 points. At the end of a level, every brick you have left is 5 points. And finally, there's this twisted bonus thing you can get that I never knew anything about. If every throw you make dislodges a brick and kills one of the Furies, you'll get 99 points extra on top of your bonus, and on subsequent levels, even more than that. Yeah, so basically, I just try to not get hit by rocks and try to kill the bad guys. It's as simple as it is, really. So let's get this last one, and you'll see how it tallies up your points. I missed, and got him. Every brick you have left, 5 points. It tallies up, and then that's a lot of bricks. Nice. And then they start shooting, and they change bad guys. There's different bad guys every time. Some of them are fully different. Some of them are like a different color palette, but here's a variation on those skeletons we had. Now look how they fire. About every 2 seconds they fire. There'll only be one bullet, but they fire fast, and in later levels, they can bend their bullets like you do, and that's a pretty cheap death when that happens. So, since I discovered this game, I've been playing it pretty semi-regularly, and I can usually get about 2,500 to 3,000 points. That's pretty generous. What I've learned is pay attention to when he fires a bullet and run under him as fast as you can after he does that to get out from under. Now, in later levels, good luck with that, because they're moving so fast and so erratically that it's easy to get hit. Okay, so those are the basic rules. That's how it's played. If you run out of bricks, you're just out of luck. The game doesn't end. The manual just says you have to restart the game. You're just stuck. And if there's a hole in the ceiling, by the way, if there's no brick to hit, it'll just go right out, and you'll just miss it entirely. So, okay. I'm going to try to do a points run. I'll show you what gameplay is like and how crazy it can get, all the different enemies. First, of course, I will remind you of our store over at GenXGrownUp.com/merch. The next time you're in the market for a cool design on a t-shirt or a hat or a mug or sticker or whatever, look, all of our designs are by independent creators, just like myself. And every time you purchase something, not only do you get something cool, but you're helping independent creators like those people that make the shirts and like me, who's making videos. Okay, here we go. Wish me luck. Here's my points run. Let's reset this guy. First level, pretty easy. You have the skeletons. No bullets are coming at you, so it's just a matter of timing to get the Furies when they come underneath you. Yep, pretty straightforward. Oh, I missed that one. Got him. Yeah, finishing a level is the place to get your points, right? You saw I went from nothing to 700 points all of a sudden. And you'll see when you get shot, the action doesn't stop. You'll see me get shot in a moment, I assure you. The action, like that. The action doesn't stop. You lose the credit for your life on that life bar, but you continue to fight. So it's easy to lose a couple of lives in a row if you're not careful. So I watch for him to shoot, and then I run under him as fast as I can before he can shoot again. As far as I can tell, only one bullet at a time from the bad guys. And I can have one bullet, or one rock, I guess, one rock and one brick at a time. So once a brick is falling, I can fire another rock. Come on, one more. Get him, get him, get him. Got him. Nice. All right, now they start to get crazy. So now we get these little vulture-y looking things, scarabs or whatever they are, I'm not sure. They reverse direction so quickly on you. Ugh. And sometimes you're like pacing them, like you don't want to be running right underneath them. That's bad news. And there's only like 6 per screen, but man, it feels like more. And of course, I'm trying not to shoot them because that's what makes them multiply, as you'll recall, right? Effectively, if you kill one, 2 come back. So the one you killed comes back plus 1 more. Whoa. There's one. There's another one. That was quick. One more, one more. Got him. Brick falls. Give me my bonus points. Oh, now another kind of, what is it, like a bat or what is that, a weasel or a ferret? Ow! Oh! Oh! I hit the Fury, and they multiplied. Like I said, don't do. They're so low. Look, I just got 2 lives in a row. Dang it! They're so low. It's so easy to get hit. Come on, bad guys. Get the bad guys. There's one. Come on, one more. Get one more. Get one more. Come on, come back. Yeah, got him. Whew! I'll take it. All right, 2,500. I'm getting close. Ooh, now we got some... Ooh, centaurs. Did you see him curve that bullet? Yeah, I don't know if you saw it or not, but he did. And it's easy to get hit by these things now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You can kind of hide in the side a little bit, but if they come over after you in the side, forget about it. So, what is that like? Oh, like 2 lives left or so, that looks like. That's bad news. Come on, I can get through this level, can't I? There's one. Come on, just 2 more. Whoa! Don't run right underneath them. That's terrible. Come on, one more. One more. There's another. Come on, throw the rocks. Oh, look at that curved bullet he did at me. What a jerk. Got him. Yeah! All right, so that should break 3 grand. 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Anything after this is gravy. Like 3,500, 4,000, that's about my top. Oh, man, there's some golden centaurs. Oh! It's just, yeah, that curved bullet. That's just so hard to dodge. Oh, now I duplicated him. Oh, this is almost over. Look out. I got one. Come on. No! Now at the end, not that this is the end, but if the end happens, there's a little kind of Atlantis-y animation, kind of like Cosmic Arc. Oh, he got me. There it goes. 3,266, not bad. And there we go. There's Jason escaping. Now, I thought he would get defeated, but I guess at the end, that's enough Furies and you fly off. Was that going to be a sequel? Who knows? I don't know anything about that or not, but as you can see, this game has elements of other Imagic games. Like I mentioned, Demon Attack with the various attack patterns and different enemies and their multicolor qualities that I liked so much in those games. Definite Space Invaders, though you're shooting from the bottom to the top to drop from the top. And of course, Breakout in that you're breaking out the top of the roof. So the Greek mythology, obviously, with those columns and Jason and the Argonauts and everything. So that is No Escape from Imagic, and that is why I think it deserves more attention than it usually gets for a game that kind of flies under the radar in Imagic's library.
No Escape was well received by critics at the time of release. IGN, for example, called it a strange shooter, but then went on to praise it for its compelling gameplay and attractive visuals. And I agree on all counts. No Escape is a strange shooter, which is to say it's not quite like anything that came before it, and that's probably why I enjoy it so much. Let me know your experience with No Escape in the comments, and do keep those suggestions coming for future installments. Meanwhile, links here and here to some previous entries. I certainly hope you found something to enjoy in this video, and I can't wait to talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.